Welcome back to the deep dive. It is Thursday, February 26th, 2026.
Glad to be here.
And we're looking at a stack of reports today that describe a pretty significant shift in the Horn of Africa. If you follow international relations even casually, you know that region is usually defined in the news by volatility or conflict.
Right, or just instability in general.
Yeah. But the sources we have in front of us today, they're detailing a new diplomatic mission between Israel and Somaliland, and they paint a picture of something else entirely. It feels like we're looking at a case study in outsider diplomacy.
It really is. And frankly, if you just glance at the headlines, Israel accepts Somaliland ambassador, you might actually miss the mechanics of what is happening here.
Because it's easy to gloss over as just standard diplomatic news.
Exactly. But this isn't just about a flag on a building or a ceremonial handshake. The sources call this a significant milestone. It's a historic step for how unrecognized or semi-recognized states carve out space in the modern world.
And that is exactly the angle I want to push on today. Our mission for this deep dive is to unpack who this new ambassador is, why his background is fascinatingly specific to this exact role, and how this diplomatic move is already, right now, translating into real-world solutions.
Real, tangible solutions, specifically water technology.
Right, because we are recording this in late February 2026. And this relationship has moved from official recognition late last year to a full diplomatic exchange effectively overnight.
Yeah, that pace is...
It's unusual, isn't it? Usually these things take years of committees and feasibility studies.
It is moving at light speed in diplomatic terms. Just to ground you in the context of what the reports lay out, let's look at the timeline.
Let's do it.
So late 2025, Israel officially recognizes Somaliland.
Just a few months ago.
Exactly. Then, just last month, in January 2026, Israel's foreign minister, Gideon Sa'ar, visits Somaliland.
Yeah.
And that visit was really the catalyst. He announced the exchange of ambassadors while he was there, and boom, here we are in February, and that promise is already a reality.
Okay, so let's parse the motivation behind that speed. I mean, what is in it for them? I think most people looking at this understand Somaliland's drive here.
Oh, absolutely. International recognition and expanding global partnerships are central to their entire foreign policy.
They want to be seen and treated as a sovereign player on the world stage.
Right. They have functioned as a sovereign state for decades, but they lack that formal international recognition. So any partnership is a win.
But for Israel, this is the Horn of Africa. It's complex, it's messy. Why make this move right now?
Well, the sources highlight the strategic value. You really have to look at the map to understand Israel's play here.
Okay, lay it out for us.
Strengthening ties in the Horn of Africa offers both security and economic opportunities. It is about having a stable partner in a vital geographic location.
Because of the Red Sea.
Exactly. The Horn of Africa guards the entrance to the Red Sea, which is one of the most critical shipping routes on the planet.
Right. Global trade relies on that choke point.
It does. And if Israel wants to secure its interests there, they need partners in the region who aren't going to collapse or flip allegiances overnight.
And the sources use that specific word a lot regarding Somaliland, don't they?
Fidelity, yes.
They are positioning themselves as the stable option.
Right. And Israel is clearly buying that argument. They're betting that Somaliland is the reliable anchor they need in that region.
Which brings us to the personnel. Because this is where this specific choice of ambassador becomes the key to this whole operation.
Oh, it's fascinating.
I spent a lot of time looking at his profile in the notes. We are talking about Ambassador Hagi.
Yes.
The sources describe him as a seasoned diplomat. But this is not a guy who just needed a comfortable posting. His resume is remarkably specific to this exact situation.
It really is. The most intriguing part of his background, and the sources really emphasize this, is that he was previously Somaliland's envoy to Taiwan.
Right. The Taiwan parallel. Because when you think about it, Taiwan and Somaliland are kind of navigating the exact same geopolitical waters.
They are. Both are functioning states running their own economies, but they are largely shut out of formal international recognition.
They exist in this sort of diplomatic gray zone.
Exactly. And Hagi's time in Taiwan wasn't just him sitting in an office waiting for the UN to call. The sources detail a really impressive track record.
What was he actually doing over there?
He deepened cooperation in trade, technology, agriculture, and education. He facilitated technical exchanges and heavily encouraged Taiwanese investment.
So he bypassed the political blockage by focusing on practical economics.
He did. He successfully promoted Somaliland as a stable and strategically located partner. He spoke the language of business and utility rather than just asking for political favors.
And that track record is what makes him such a perfect fit for Israel.
It's why the sources call him a natural choice. If you draw the parallel between Taiwan and Israel, both are technologically advanced nations with a lot of expertise in areas that Somaliland desperately needs.
Like development and infrastructure.
Right. Hagi proved he could navigate the complex geopolitical environment of Taiwan, and that demonstrates the exact tact and strategic vision needed for this new role in Israel.
He already knows how to crack the code of working with a highly advanced, security-conscious nation that exists in a tough neighborhood.
That's a great way to put it.
So he takes this playbook he used in East Asia, and now he is deploying it in the Middle East. And this is where I want to transition the conversation from high-level diplomacy to something much more tangible on the ground.
The practical cooperation.
Exactly. Because the source material emphasizes that this relationship is already extending beyond handshakes into real action.
It's happening right now.
And the focal point of that action is water. The sources explicitly mention that Somaliland faces chronic water shortages.
Yes, and that phrase, chronic water shortages, that is an existential threat in the Horn of Africa.
We're not talking about, a minor drought.
No, we are talking about fundamental stability. You cannot maintain a stable state if your population doesn't have reliable access to water.
So the solution they are working on, the actual mechanics of this deal, is what?
Direct, immediate cooperation. Somaliland has already sent water specialists to Israel.
They are physically there right now.
Yes, they are. They are there for advanced training. They are specifically looking to leverage Israel's globally recognized innovations in this sector.
Let's break down those innovations because the text lists a few specific areas. It mentions water management, desalination, and irrigation technologies.
Right. Let's look at desalination first. Somaliland has a massive coastline, so they have infinite water, but it is salt water.
And Israel is arguably the world leader in making desalination efficient and scalable.
Exactly. If Somaliland can learn to apply that technology efficiently, it is a game changer for their coastal areas.
And what about the irrigation side of things?
Well, Israel invented modern drip irrigation. It is technology that delivers water directly to the roots of a plant, drop by drop, rather than just flooding a field.
Which cuts waterways dramatically.
Dramatically. It can cut usage by half while actually increasing crop yields. For a place with chronic water shortages, that is revolutionary.
And the management piece.
That is about reducing loss. Finding leaks in municipal systems using advanced sensors and data, you can increase your available water supply just by stopping the leaks in the pipes you already have.
So these specialists from Somaliland are in Israel right now, learning the science behind all of this.
Yes. They are bringing that critical knowledge back to Hargeisa.
And that emphasizes something crucial for you listening. This proves the partnership isn't just about political posturing or gaining a slight edge at the UN.
No, not at all.
It is about tangible collaboration. It is a developmental partnership that actually helps citizens on the ground.
It's capacity building in the truest sense. By focusing on water, Hagi is securing resources that Somaliland desperately needs to survive and thrive.
It really is infrastructure diplomacy.
Yeah.
So let's pull all of this together and recap the main takeaways from the sources we've looked at today. We have a diplomatic breakthrough happening at lightning speed. We have a new ambassador, Mohammed Hagi, who has the perfect resume for navigating unrecognized statehood based on his time in Taiwan.
Right.
We have a strategic alliance forming in the Horn of Africa, where Somaliland gets developmental support and Israel gets a stable partner near vital shipping lanes.
A mutually beneficial arrangement.
And finally, we have immediate, tangible action happening right now regarding critical infrastructure, specifically advanced water technology.
Which is really the anchor of the whole thing. The sources refer to this as a new era of engagement.
A new era of engagement.
Yeah, and I think that appointment and the speed at which this is moving, it really symbolizes Somaliland's growing confidence on the international stage. They are not just waiting around for permission anymore.
They're going out and making the deals they need to survive.
Exactly.
Which leads me to a final thought for you to mull over. It is derived from the conclusion of our source texts, but it hints at a much bigger picture.
Let's hear it.
As we watch Somaliland and Israel trade technology and diplomats like this, are we witnessing the start of a broader shift in regional diplomacy?
That is a fascinating question.
A shift where alliances are shaped less by traditional blocs or formal UN status, and more by shared practical interests and long-term strategic alignment.
It really makes you wonder, if you have what I need and I have what you need, does the traditional geopolitical rule book even matter anymore?
It seems like for Israel and Somaliland, it certainly doesn't. They're writing their own rules.
They absolutely are. It's definitely a story worth watching closely as these water projects start to materialize.
We will certainly keep an eye on it. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We will catch you on the next one.